the country you call Southern Cameroon is already sharing legislative, the executive, and the judicial power with La République.
No, I think I may come in and correct you there a little bit. The UN said that in sharing executive power equally, this means that if the country has only one president, that post alternates from one side to the other, because the idea was that even the small territory should taste the sweet honey of independence. Now, therefore, in order to be deemed to be independent, if there was only one president, that position alternated from one side to the other. In the case of legislative equality, if there are few people from the non-self-governing territory, Southern Cameroons, who joined the majority from La République du Cameroun in a federal legislature, the people in Southern Cameroon exercised a veto power on all legislation before it is passed. That gave them equal power in Parliament. For judicial equality, if both sides did not produce an equal number of magistrates throughout the national territory, and there is only one Chief Justice, that post of Chief Justice also alternates from one side to the other.
All right. Now, you have given us the way in for this interview.
Yes.
You have now made it clear that you are fighting for recognition in Cameroon. That is to say, as you have already mentioned, you want these powers, the legislative, the executive, the judiciary, to be shared equally.
That was the arrangement of the United Nations. Yes,
and
for close to 50 years. We haven't tasted any of these powers.
Is that a possibility? Can it happen? When you look at Cameroon numerically,
yes,
the Southern Cameroons and La République,
yes,
is it possible that you can share power equally?
Well, it is a matter of agreement. If La République du Cameroon agreed that they wanted Southern Cameroons to join them in accordance with the provisions of the UN Charter, they didn't have much choice in the matter. It was by agreement. Then the UN says, if you are a member state of the United Nations and you are joining any territory, reduce the terms of joining in writing and file a copy at the Secretariat of the United Nations.
So, Mola, what you are saying now is that if we have 20 ministers in Cameroon, for example, 10 should go for La République and 10 for Southern Cameroons?
No, not necessarily. We're talking about the top post, the post of president. That is the post which exercises ultimate authority. That if in one term the president comes from La République du Cameroon, the next term around the president should come from Southern Cameroon.
All right, you want a Southern Cameroonian to be the president of this country?
Yes, well, this ought to have been arranged as far back as 49 years ago. Throughout the association so-called with La République du Cameroon, we have never tasted executive power.
And that is your struggle now?
Yes. That
you have changed your struggle.
Why?
Initially,
yes,
you were going for secession, independence of Southern Cameroons. Now you are looking for recognition.
No. My position has not changed one bit. Because having a grievance, you go to a tribunal to settle differences of opinion. So Southern Cameroonians went to the African Commission and said that our rights are being trampled upon by La République du Cameroon. That international tribunal has ruled that La République du Cameroon should enter into constructive dialogue with Southern Cameroonians, in particular SCNC and SCAPO, in order to arrange to corrective action which is constitutional, any constitutional deficiencies. It is at that constructive dialogue that a lot of things will be said. And in that dialogue...
But it doesn't change the fact that you have transformed from independence to recognition in Cameroon.
No,
initially, except that you have been deceiving people. I mean, you of the Southern Cameroon, you've been fighting for independence all along.
Yes, because our rights as a people had never been respected. We came in to share power.
Are you saying? I want us to be clear with this.
Yes.
Are you saying that you changed your position after the ruling of the court?
No. The ruling of the court says that, yes, we find that there is a flaw in the constitutional arrangement. And therefore, the two parties should come together under the auspices of the African Commission in order to see whether they can settle their differences.
So, you are saying that those who are fighting for the independence of Southern Cameroons are on the wrong side of the struggle?
No, they are perfectly entitled to say so, because for 49 years, the terms of joining, as stipulated by the United Nations, have not been observed by La République du Cameroun. So the other party is saying, if you are not going to respect international law and order, then there is no reason for us to be with you.
Meanwhile, you are saying we want to be with you, but recognize us.
No. The people of Southern Cameroon, in the plebiscite of February 1961, voted overwhelmingly to join their brothers in La République du Cameroun. I have not shifted from that position. But the terms of joining were that they were to join in accordance with the provisions set out by the UN Charter. Now, that UN organization stipulates the methodology of joining,
which you've already mentioned.
Yes.
You've made it abundantly clear.
Yes.
I have talked to several people who are involved in this struggle.
Yes.
They believe that what we are fighting for is independence.
Yes.
Now, you are saying we want recognition in Cameroon. Sharing of power.
Yes.
That's what you said. That's it's clear.
Yes.
Is this not division?
No, it isn't. You see, if people get together, a husband, a man, and a woman, and they sign an agreement that this marriage between us is monogamous, and when the man is made a chief, he says a chief does not just marry one woman, he takes on other women. The wife whom he got in monogamous wedlock has a right to complain. She can go to court and say, my husband has broken the terms of the marriage. If he is prepared to behave the way that we came together originally, I will stay. Now, that is the position.
And that is your position.
That is
your position.
That is the position that if La République du Cameroun were to come tomorrow and say, we are very sorry, we made a mistake in this whole thing. We were to share power, that if the president comes from one side this time, next time he must come from the other side. We are very sorry. We'll say, all right, since you have already pocketed all the three powers over the last 49 years, are you now prepared that Southern Cameroon should exercise those powers for the ensuing 49 years? Because it was a balancing equation.
Okay, that's what you want to dialogue with the government.
Exactly. And if you have a dispute with someone, you don't fight over it. You go to a tribunal, somebody independent who would listen to both sides, and then deliver a verdict.